Thank you very much, Commissioner Toots. It was always a pleasure to see you. And now for the opening remarks, he will lay down the foundation of this forum. He is none other than our PCUP Chairperson and Chief Executive Officer. And allow me to introduce him to you. Our Chairperson graduated with a bachelor's degree in Liberal Arts and Bachelor of Theology from the Holy Rosary College Seminary. He served as municipal councilor for the local government of Awaoy in Masbate, and also served as a manager of private firms in his personal capacity prior to his service in the government. Committed to the Marcos administration's poverty alleviation programs, he initiated efforts to intensify PCUP's programs and activities aimed at promoting the welfare of the urban poor and of the country. With his vast experience in the business sector as well as in the government, he is active in promoting PCUP and its programs from the time of his assumption to the office. He already initiated his banner programs aligned with the 10-point agenda of His Excellency President Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr., promoting partnership with the private sectors, the academe, the non-government organizations, the civil society organizations, and the urban poor sector. Partners, let us all welcome ang tagapangulo at punong ehekutibo ng Pambansang Komisyon ng Maralitang Taga-Lungsod, Yusef Elpidio R.
Thank you. Comment, sir.
Si Sir Elpidio.
So everyone,
Yusef Elpidio.
hi
Hello. Hello, sir.
to the honorable mayors, our distinguished guests, my fellow PCUP officials, my co-workers and fellow public servants, good afternoon. First of all, I would like to thank you for accommodating our request for your participation to this event. The PCUP and Local Government Forum today, October 25, 2022, here in Luxent, Hotel.51.TIMOG City. Also, I would like to express my gratitude for opening your doors to our commission through our field operations divisions and area coordinators, who is implementing arm of the Presidential Commission for the Urban Poor on its programs and social preparation activities to our urban poor communities in accordance with its mandates under Executive Order number 82 and Executive Order number 69. It is an honor to be standing here before you and welcome you to this momentous event. The past 2 years have posed a lot of challenges to both the national and local governments with the onset of the pandemic, which have greatly impacted the underprivileged and homeless in terms of housing security, food security, employment, and livelihood opportunities, access to health services, among others. I have requested for this forum with you, honorable mayors, as I know that you share our vision for our underprivileged and homeless families to build a society where the poor are empowered, economically productive, and actively participating in the poverty reduction program and sustainable development of our country. Of course, it is also our way of meeting you and thank you personally for being allies of our urban poor. It has been PCUP's mission for an improved coordination and monitoring for the speedy implementation of government programs and policies for the urban poor, and enhanced accreditation of legitimate urban poor organizations for purposes of representation and policy formulation. I hope that this forum will be the start of a better coordination among us. When I assumed office in the PCUP, expectations were high, and I was faced with the issues concerning pre-demolition conferences that were already held and completed but was affected by the pandemic. Consultations with division chiefs were held in order to have a clear picture of the issues. Meetings with vital stakeholders were made to come up with measures to address these concerns. Later today, we will have a discussion on this in the open forum. The pandemic has made us more resilient, more productive through development of new programs, policies, and strategies to ensure that the urban poor will be able to rise above the storm, so to speak. Aligned with the 10-point agenda of His Excellency, President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr., for economic renewal and long-term growth, restoring prosperity for all Filipinos. The PCUP developed its banner programs under our administration, and these are the following. 1. Housing Facilitation and Linking Program, and that is Piso Mo, Bahay Ko. 2. Resource Mobilization Program, that is Lingkod Agapay Maralita, Lao. 3. The Urban Poor Data Generation Program, that is the 3 PCUP satellite offices. And last, Collaboration and Partnership Program with our slogan, Pangunahing Serbisyo na Kailangan, PCUP Ambassador ang Katuwang. Majority of these programs will entail the participation of the private sector, which is one of the 10-point agenda through a public-private partnership. This encourages private sector engagement and investment for the benefit of the public above all. Our clients, the urban poor, are so unique as it encompasses almost all sectors. The labor sector, senior citizens, women's sector, children, and even the PWDs. What they share is that they fall within the purview of the definition of underprivileged and homeless, whose lives we should uplift through our respective poverty and inclusion program. One of the major landmark interventions for our urban poor is the institutionalization of the pre-demolition conference. Prior to the provision of police assistance, where the PCUP sits as the facilitator in these PDCs. In the course of this facilitation, we have encountered several concerns in its implementation and the compliance of the mandatory requirement of the Urban Development and Housing Act of 1992, the UDHA, in the conduct of demolition and eviction. These are the common issues in the conduct of PDC on court-ordered demolition and eviction. 1. There is no available relocation or resettlement site. 2. There is no appropriation for financial assistance amounting to prevailing minimum wage multiplied by 60 days, or the amount is not in accordance with the prescribed amount provided by the law. Nakakaawa po ang urban po natin. These are just some of the identified concerns. Later in the course of our discussion in the open forum, there were other common issues we have encountered in our PDCs. In honor of the urban poor, the PCUP will be celebrating the National Urban Poor Solidarity Week on December 7, 2022, pursuant to Presidential Proclamation number 367, which will be participated in by more or less 2,000 urban poor. We will be showing you too the number of participants of each local government unit. We are hoping that we can show that we are in solidarity with them, with your support to this activity. I hope that today, through this forum, inspire us for better discussion, better ideas on ways of making the urban poor no longer vulnerable, but are secured in their lives. In terms of housing and economic opportunities, towards our vision of an empowered and sustainable communities and partners of both local and national governments in nation building. We cannot do it alone. Let us work together. Together we can do more. Together we can better the lives of our urban poor. My dear friends, this LGU forum is produced with a pure heart from PCUV family. With that, I would like to welcome you all again to this forum and thank you so much.
Maraming salamat po, Mr. Jordan Jr. To present before us the PCGP banner programs for 2022 and onwards, let us all watch this. Lights off, please.
PCUP Banner Programs. This is a program initiative of Undersecretary Elpidio Jordan Jr. Housing Facilitation and Linking Program. Piso ko bahay mo. PCUP ang susi nito. This is a housing program initiative for our homeless urban poor families, especially those affected by court-ordered demolition and eviction. This encourages participation of the private sector for assistance by providing lots where houses may be built with complete amenities that would be enjoyed by our urban poor families, addressing their security in housing tenure. It recognizes the increasing role that businesses have been playing in local development by going beyond mere corporate social responsibility. There is a growing realization that doing business with social impact is possible, which is blurring the gap between conventional territories of development players and businesses. This is particularly critical in sectors such as housing and urban development that have the potential to create significant social impact by tremendously improving conditions of life, productivity, and health of low-income communities. Resource Mobilization Program.
Upload mo muna.
Lingkod Agapay Maralita Program. The Lingkod Agapay Maralita Program is geared towards addressing the economic need of urban poor families by encouraging savings mobilization among them. In partnership with the private sector, the program also aims to build up opportunities for livelihood and employment, housing, and other concerns of the community. The program will serve as the light, so to speak, in building bridges of collaboration. An example of which are the products of urban poor who are beneficiaries of the PCU Capability Building Program, where they will have the opportunity to showcase their products in malls and other venues. Urban Poor Data Generation. PCUP Satellite Offices. The PCUP, in partnership with local government units, will be creating satellite offices in cities and municipalities in the NCR, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. This aims to strengthen its intervention in urban poor communities in partnership with the local urban poor affairs offices, establish its database, which will be useful to both the PCUP and the LGUs in developing plans, programs, and projects, and formulating policies for advocacy in both local and national level beneficial to the urban poor. Collaboration and partnership programs.